One. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're here today to discuss how to make the most of KW Family Reunion in the next week. This is a bilingual session, so please use whichever language you're most comfortable in, and for anyone monolingual, we'll translate for you. Now let's get started. Uh, Mom, let's go to you for to start things off. What should you bring? What,
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
what's going in your suitcase?
Well, honestly, people, like I tell everybody, I told people in inclusion and belonging meeting too, please, especially for all of us ladies, do not wear high heels. Wear something really comfortable. I made that mistake. I think the first family reunion I went because I wanted to look really cute. I almost didn't go the last day because my feet hurt so bad. So I would say bring comfortable shoes, bring a jacket, especially watch the weather in Atlanta because it's crazy. It might be really, really cold. I'm not taking any dresses this year. I'm going to take pants and business suits and stuff like that, but also a heavier jacket because at nighttime, Atlanta's hilly. It might be really cold. So remember that. Also remember to please bring snacks, anything like that in your backpack or your tote bag. Because if you're like me and Steven, um, I have a really hard time paying $5 for a kind bar in the convention center. So make sure that, I really, really do. I'm like, oh my goodness. So make sure and stay like that. Stay hydrated, bring food, wear comfortable clothing, and remember, it may be really cold outside, and for sure it's going to be cold inside. I also bring, most of the time, I try to bring a bunch of business cards. Although Steven has a little Instagram hack that he's taught me, so I may not even have to bring a lot in business cards. But please bring business cards. And I personally bring a lot of hand sanitizer because I've never, knock on wood, ever gotten sick at a family reunion or mega camp. But I have to tell you, because Stephen can attest to this for years and years and years and years from the time they were little. I'm a little germophobic, so I love hugs and just love to hug on my people, but I also clean my hands all the time. So that's a big hint from me is make sure that you clean off your hands. So those are my big hints, Stephen.
Oh, that's excellent. Who else has great ideas of what we need to bring?
Well, I know Jesus has been to a bunch of family reunions, so why don't we ask him to give us some hints as a veteran?
Yes,
So you touched on comfortable shoes. I don't know who here likes Crocs. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't understand them, but my wife loves them. And they have these really nice red ones, Keller Williams themed. They fit in with outfits. And most people that have gone to family reunion multiple times, they know that it's if you're intentional and you're moving from place to place, and then if you participate in events after hours, which is really where you make your relationships, those type of shoes are always very useful. I would say I don't think I heard bringing battery packs for your phones. And I
Mm.
wouldn't just bring one or
mhm.
two. I would have a couple charging in your room while you're out in the events. When you come back, it'll be fully drained. If you're going to go to other events after the convention, it's always important. And then also just making sure you have enough iCloud space. A lot of times we get in the process of capturing something. We want a video, a talk, or we want to take pictures with our friends, and then all of a sudden we get that dreaded out of memory, and you're scrambling trying to figure out what you want to get rid of. So, I mean, some of these don't seem very practical, but they'll make life easier. I know when you were in Anaheim, Grace, the water in the hotel, it was hot, there was no water. Super important. If you can get there Amazon Fresh to your hotel room, some places will, some places won't, but I've never had a problem with it where they'll deliver like cases of water or even just take an Uber down to the grocery store, pick up a couple of things that you could put in your room. I think what were they, like $8 for you or $6
Oh,
up?
yes, and Jesus saved us. He brought me a case of water, of course, for like I don't know, what was the
Yeah.
case? Like under 10
One
bucks,
bottle.
right? Where we were paying $8 a bottle in the hotel room. And I'm like really particular. Is another thing. I'm freaky. I don't like tap water. It's really weird. But for some reason, if it comes out of a gross little plastic bottle, I'll drink it. But I mean, really, he saved us. And so y'all remember that too. And this is interactive. So y'all get off your, I mean, get off mute because this is we want it to be casual and we want you guys to ask us anything. Like think this is going to be my 12th or maybe even 13th family reunion. We do a lot of networking events just because we want to see our friends. I think for us, it's very important because a lot of people aren't just our friends. I mean, we consider them family. They pray for us, they hold us up, they do all sorts of stuff for us. So, yeah, like I said, this is going to be interactive. So you guys just let me know if you guys have any questions.
All right. This next question goes out to anyone whoever raises their hand first. How should you plan your time? It's obviously a very busy week, as Katja and I covered before we started. How do you make a plan? Who wants to speak?
Joey.
Joey Calvin, floor is yours.
Yeah, so I actually have my own little spreadsheet. I've got 16 networking events I'm doing while I'm there. I never buy a ticket for any of these. I don't do mega camp tickets. I don't do family reunion tickets. I'm just there to meet you guys. And so I I've got it planned out hour by hour, including my pool time in between sessions. Uh,
Dude,
everything
it's
is
gonna be cold in
Yeah, I
Atlanta.
know, but the Margaritaville pool has heated.
Okay.
That's the reason I'm staying there.
Okay. That
So,
man has his priorities straight. The
Yeah.
yep,
Margaritaville pool.
that's right. So,
Oh, I fully agree. Not normally during family reunion, but during mega camp, I'm at the pool almost every day. It's the easiest way to just recharge your brain
yeah,
after
we stayed at the
several hours of
same
learning.
hotel
Yeah.
and at Mega Camp, and I saw you at the pool every time I was there. We
Oh,
didn't know each other, but then I saw you at the Bang networking lunch, and I was like, oh, I've been seeing that guy all week.
oh, wow, that's incredible. Yeah.
Yep.
Next year, if we're both still at the main gird, I'll definitely keep an eye out for you.
I'm definitely going back to the Minger. I studied the
Oh,
map and I saw that I could walk through the mall to get to the convention center
yes.
and stay out of the heat doing so. I was
Oh,
like,
yes.
this is the perfect place. And it's historic, it's got character
Yeah.
and the pool. So, yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's another big hint. I mean, keep that in mind. I mean, because I think we're probably going to be rotating. I'm thinking we may be going back to Orlando next year. So anybody in this group that's been to multiple places, like Joey and Steven and I mean, we love the Menger. It was probably under $120 a night. Nice rooms, close to everything, great food, halfway between the convention center and the Riverwalk. So y'all keep that in mind if you ever want to go somewhere. Well, when they announce, our dates and stuff, pick our brains as to where we've stayed because chances are we've stayed almost everywhere.
Yes.
And Joey brings up a good point. Like, I'm not one to say don't buy a family reunion ticket because I think that there's a lot of value in that for people who are in the learning phase of their career. Like, I know I encourage Stephen to go inside the convention center and do a lot of the learning for us. I can tell you I've gotten to the point where I'm going to be exhausted, so I'll probably not do full days at the convention center. But Joey's absolutely right. There are a lot of people who use this opportunity to go to as many networking events as you can because the one person that you're going to meet that's going to say, "Oh, Sarah, you're in Philly. Oh, let me ask you this," or wherever you're at. I think that that's very important. I
Oh,
think that
yeah.
that's a
And
really good strategery, Joey.
yes. And for those who still haven't made their plan, it's pretty easy in the KW command app. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's right here under the events tab. Makes it super easy. You can browse by day or by speaker. Like if you know a really good speaker you may want to hear from, like a Sheena Sadum or a Taylor Hunt or a Rachel Lee. Yeah, super easy. Just look up their name and see when they'll be teaching.
The other great place to do a lot of networking is inside the convention center at the vendor hall. I find that that adds a lot because people are always there trying to look around and say, "Hey, how are you?" and stuff like that. So that's another really great place. So I see we have Jeff Snell, who used to be a team leader and managing broker at a KW office. Jeff, tell us what you used to tell your agents as they approach something really big like family reunion or mega camp.
So we approach those two a little bit differently. Family reunion is as soon as you can get, if you're going to attend masterminds and classes, register as soon as you can. Get back then, all we had was a website, but get on the app, the website. Steven's absolutely right. Go like literally plan it out because if you just show up and go, oh, I'm just going to see, what people are going to this one or what people are going to that one, and then I'll join. What's going to happen is you're probably not going to have your schedule planned and you're going to miss out on half of what you thought you were going to attend because you didn't have a plan. Second, have a backup. So if you think you're going to attend, oh, there's this great class, and I'm just going to use generics, this great VA class because, Ernie and Grace are teaching this insane VA class. I have to be there. What's going to happen is the best speakers with the best topics, you're going to show up late, which is 30 minutes from when it starts is late, and you're going to be in a line, and there's going to be some dude with a shield that says, hey, I'm the fire marshal, and we're cutting the line off here, and it's going to be one person in front of you. Have a backup mastermind to go to. The next thing we told our people is that if you didn't get in choice one or two, do not just start trying to bounce and fall into some class because there's, 5 people in line. Mainly because that's probably not going to be it's just a filler class. Use that time to get back to the floor, find the groups that you want to be a part of. So MARN, military, if you're VA specific, go find your people. Talk to your people, meet your people. The next thing is do what Joey talked about. Okay, Joey's not coming into that because he's already done that. Find your people that are hosting networking events. Go meet people. I can tell you from personal experience at Family Reunion, 90% of the follow-on boost to my business was the people, not the classes. Now, is it important to get to those, especially if you're young? Like Grace said, yes, it's important to get in there and attend those. But the people you meet and network and learn from are going to be way more important to you because, like me, I'm no longer with Keller Williams. I can tell you that probably 75 to 85% of my referral partners around the country are still at KW because of relationships that you build today are going to last you a lifetime. For Mega Camp, a little bit different because it's a smaller event. For me, that was straight up networking, networking, networking. I did it on the floor, but I never tried to attend classes because it's just a smaller venue. The good thing is that you can learn from like your top 100, your GK top 100 agents there, your top teams there. But it's so much harder to get into those classrooms because they're smaller. But it is literally learn what you can, but network your butt off.
Yes.
From the time you wake up. And I'm going to put this is what I told my people, not that I always followed it, but you're going to get invited to, oh, hey, Dot Loop has this free bar that you can get into tonight, and it's an open bar. Stay away from those. They're literally not selling you anything. They're not teaching you anything. And all you're going to do is show up and either be responsible and have one or two drinks and watch other agents just be idiots, or you're going to be the idiot. Find someone who's hosting a networking dinner event at the same time and go meet people. Don't, especially your newer agents that are showing up. If you guys are in leadership in any capacity, if you run a team and any new agents going, keep them away from the free events that are sponsored by corporate providers. They're literally, all you're going to do is show up and get drunk, and you're not going to make it to your first class, your first networking event in the morning. So there's plenty of free stuff or cheap stuff. Just don't do that. It's You're wasting your time, and it's not like this is a cheap event to go to. Use your invested money wisely.
And impressions matter. That's exactly what I
Yes.
told in
Yes.
we had a meeting with inclusion and belonging, and that's exactly what I said. I said, go, do not get drunk anywhere. I know I sound like your mom, but that's the impression you're going to leave. Who am I going to leave my referral to? You know, so just he's right. Maybe we're the old people, Jeff.
Be a pro. You can have a great time and still be professional.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
You
I
can have a
agree.
drink and be professional. Just don't go get blitzed.
I agree. I
You
agree.
don't look like a professional, and you're going to do something stupid. And you're wasting your time. You spent money to be there. Use the time to make money in the future. Like and build relationships. I have relationships with people that are like 10 years old now, and people that I love, like, Grace and Ernie, and getting to meet Gus and all these people that I've gotten to meet over the years that we mastermind with constantly today. And I'm not even at KW. So build relationships that will last a lifetime.
So I have the list of all these people right now that are here, and I'm going to make sure that I connect with you at family reunion, except for Jeff, who's like,
Yeah.
but I'm going to make sure because this is very important. I want you guys all to know that you have a built-in network of friends right here. So I think Joey had his hand up, and then we're going to go to Ernie so that Ernie can give us some tips because he's also a veteran at all this networking stuff.
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys have seen, but we are hosting a happy hour on Monday night. Um, and I just found out that this coming Monday is our deadline to turn in our orders. So if anyone talking about thinking that you're going to get into a room last minute because you had to pivot from something, there, like ours as an example, after Monday, nobody else is coming to the Nacho Average happy hour. Uh, whatever the number is going to be the number.
Please drop your Eventbrite link in the comments. I'm sure a lot of people here would love to attend that.
And
Yeah, I'll
that's
do
and
that.
that's very true. I think people sometimes forget that people who are putting on these events, number one, we need a head count, and number
Yeah.
two, it's not because like we're being bossy or anything, but the restaurants do need to know the cutoff,
Yeah.
or else you're responsible for X amount of dollars. So
Yes.
thank you, Joey, for that.
Yes.
Ernie.
Stephen was about to say something. Go ahead,
Oh, I'm
Stephen.
sorry, Stephen.
Oh, I was just about to ask the next question, but it can go to Mr. Plaza first. This is actually a pretty good question for him anyway. Now that we've talked about the vegetables, let's move on to dessert. How do you network? How do you make the most of the after hours parties, lunches, dinners, etc.?
I love you,
What should
Stephen.
you do to make sure that you leave that party or that dinner with some good connections?
He always gets me on the spot. I love you, bro. um, First of all, to say this, and I'm going to answer that next, Stephen, is remember a lot of us have networking events out there. Put it in this chat. Grace and I always, Grace, Stephen, Angie, and I always share it in our pages. Sharing is caring. Send it in there and we'll post it everywhere, right? That's what we do. We do share our events. I don't know if anybody talked about it. I'm sorry, I was just at a lunch and learn, but um, food. I know you were talking about the vegetables, right? Food. If you did not know, you guys tend to forget that you got to eat, right? And there's a lot of networking events out there. Hispanic leaders, Marn, culture. There's events out there. Schedule your classes near where the events are going to be for you to have lunch and you're not running around like a maniac. And I'm going to say this, buy your tickets early because everybody always tries to buy the day of and then they wonder they can't find a place to eat. Even if you don't even want to go talk and do the network, you're still looking for a place to eat and everything's packed. So buy your ticket early to get in a place to eat where food will be provided. So
You know what?
Just
That's so funny. I don't know if you guys know who Michael Mayer is, the author of 7Ls. I mean, and he's in Atlanta. He's really awesome. And he posted that exactly. He said, you guys don't realize it's going to be an hour wait to get food. Make sure that if you're going to eat lunch, make sure to find somewhere, even if you don't really, think that lunch and learn is going to be for you or whatever event, you're going to get a nugget here and there, but you're also going to stop from spending all that time trying to get a fast food pizza or a hot dog or something and run back in. So that's a really good hint, Ernie, is find someone that's having a lunch and pay for it and then just be there, show up, relax, and you're going to be good.
well, that came from actually from last mega camp and last family reunion, where everybody was doing it. And I tell you guys, it hurts us when we got to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. There's too many people, and the restaurant says we can only have this many people in, right?" So, I'm not trying to pitch the tickets. I'm telling you, pick somebody, even if you don't like the lunch and learn, pick someone and make your life a lot easier the day of, and you're not running around, and you get some free food, right? Because it'll be part of your ticket, and you get to relax because you do waste a lot of time. All right, now to answer Steven's question, which I see Gustavo over there. I see him down there. He's down there for me. I'll be throwing him under the bus, voluntold pretty soon. But networking, yeah, you bring your cards, but go on Amazon and buy. Have you ever heard of .com, the card, right? Where you just tap,
Mhm.
right? And it's a card and you just tap your information. I was not a big fan of that because I personally collect cards and bring them back to my office, and my admin puts them into our database and we send things out. But one thing I did do, and this reminded me today because I'm at a lunch and learn networking and I forgot my wristband. It's a wristband for .com. Um, it literally is the same thing, and people just come and go boop, and they got your information. That's one thing to you want to bring to family reunion, because family reunion, like Jeff said, is the bigger event, right? It's when they have all the classes and everything, so you actually have to plan better at family reunion. Um,
Ernie, do you have a link to that .com thing?
I could look it up.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is, Steven?
Dot.
Yes, I've seen those a couple times
Uh-huh.
before.
Yeah, it's a thing that it's almost like your phone. Phones could talk to each other, but what a lot of people do is they used to like this one card. That way they didn't have to buy cards anymore. And the one card was just tap and you got their information. Now they made it for the wristband. And it's literally, I think it's like 49 bucks. You put it on there and
Has anybody used that here? Has anybody
have.
used that?
Angie and I have, yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have one of those. I'm getting the link for you guys.
I've got
Thank
the
you.
card. I don't have the wristband, but I've got the card and I've been using it for a while. I like it.
Lloyd, does that work? Okay, I know Ernie's
Yeah.
gonna like shoot me here. Does that
What?
work for Android and iPhone, or is it just an
Yeah. Hang on.
iPhone?
Let me grab my wallet and I'll show you what it looks like. And
I
let
bought
me get
one
it
for
fished out
Angie
here.
too. I bought one for Angie too.
Oh, the smart one with the Android.
Yes, she's the smart.
There's multiple options for those type of cards. There's about 5 or 6. Some are a little more expensive than others, and they have different features. So
Yeah, so
but
Lloyd is showing, thanks, Jesus. Lloyd is showing his card, right? So
Yep.
that's the actual card. But now they made a wristband that you wear it just like an iWatch, but you just tap. It's the same thing. And you no longer have to go in your wallet and get it. It's literally just doop.
I love
Yeah.
that, Ernie. I love
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna find one right now.
the
Uh,
link is in the chat.
Yes.
yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus.
Georgia, what's up?
QR code.
So isn't anybody using the command app, or am I just being old-fashioned and behind the times?
The command app is something that we've used as well, but when we got the card banned,
Yeah.
it was just I no longer had to open up anything. I didn't have to open up the app. I didn't have to do and the card, you could put so much more information than what's in your command. Like, right, Lloyd, you could help me out
Yeah.
here. You got all the website links, you have everything. It's almost like Linktree, right? But
Yep.
then it's just a remote thing. So can you imagine you're running around and you're trying to now you got to go get your card? No, just go boop. The person just goes right here. You don't have to open up your app to look the app, and no, it's just
Ernie, does that share information back and forth?
yes, it says
Yeah.
all your information.
Lloyd, okay, so
Yes.
this was worth this phone call just right now. I learned something amazing.
Yeah.
But so here's my question. Like if command, I share my information with you. I think that's what Grace means by back and forth. Then by you tapping my wristband, will I also get your information?
You have to
Is that
consent
what
to
you
give it
meant,
back.
Grace?
You have to consent to give it back. But yes, you can send me your information and it shows up in my email.
Terrific. I like that.
So you do
Yeah.
have to set it up, but
Yeah.
I know I got it for Angie and I got it for us, and it was, a year and a half now, just like boop, boop, you know. But I am a card collector, believe it or not. I like to collect cards.
Oh, yeah.
I get to remember who I met at where, and that's how I save them on my phone. So it's I do take the time and I open up Emmett Family Reunion 2026 is my new tag, right? So that was one of the things that we always do from networking. Another thing is don't be afraid to take a picture with that person. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys out there and actually take a picture, right? Why? Because when we decide to be referral partners and everything, that I could say, hey, I know this person, here's a picture. And that picture is like 6, 7 years old. It's okay. Right. I got somebody who was on stage and I met her in her first family reunion, and she was lost, and I gave her some advice and we took the picture. Well, guess what? Every year we take another picture. We got 6 pictures already, and it's just and it's amazing because when a couple years later I saw her on stage, she talks about that, how welcoming we were, right? So go out there, be welcome, make new connections, because you never know what connections might break or what gap you have in your referral business. So I think that's good, right?
Thank you, Jeff. That was another great idea. Thank you.
Yeah. And one that I've found good success with, if you're at a big party with 100 people, it obviously takes a long time to manually enter everyone's info. So what I always do is just quickly just open my my Snapchat, not my Snapchat, my Instagram QR code, and just quickly have the other person scan it or I scan theirs. It'll take too much time if you're going up to everyone at a party and going, Georgia, divorce, DEVORSS 912. That takes too long. So, following someone on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and then just sending them a DM later is a lot faster than Ernie Plaza, ERNIE, etc.
Yeah, that's also a really good hint. Good hint.
Something that I've done in the past is I get one of the Sharpies that is either gold or silver, so that I can write on business cards because it will show up on black business cards, and then I can make notes about where met the person, so that when I'm going back get home and start going through all the crap, it's like, okay, I now remember this person, instead of looking at the business card and being like, hey, where did I meet this person? Who is this person? I can't put a face with it. So that kind of helps to do that.
The picture helps out too, because you take the picture there, and then when you save them on the phone, you'll be able to have that remember, hey, remember me? And it's a trigger point, like, oh, I do.
Yep.
And like Gustavo, when we started taking pictures, and Gustavo, we got to update ours. In fact, everybody, we have to update ours. Because I know when we're tagging back and forth in the referral pages, I know Gustavo, and I at least get to show pictures, me and him, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Gustavo. Gustavo, because he does things that are higher level. I mean, he even rented a hotel room to make sure people come to his room. Go ahead, Gustavo.
Well, let's just say he rented a suite. Let's just not say he rented a hotel room so people go to his hotel room.
I know that did kind of sound a little funny, right?
Yeah.
He rented a business suite.
There you go. There you
Yes.
go. Go ahead,
Mr. Diaz, are you able to come off mute?
I think is he driving?
We'll circle back to Mr. Diaz later.
There you go. I was trying to find my unmute button. How are you guys?
Good. Good to see you, Gus.
Awesome, awesome. No, look, all good discussions. And by the way, I'm not driving. I got my partner here with me, my wife. She's doing my Ubering today. No, there's a lot of good discussions. One of the things that I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to challenge you. How many appointments do you already have now? One-to-one appointments do you already have now before you even get out there?
Oh,
If you have, if the answer is anything under 10, you're past due. You're behind. So you need to have at least before you get out there 20 to 30 one-on-one appointments divided into high, medium, and low of importance and priority. And the reason why is you want to go with your high priorities. Those are the people who you want to have dinner with, meet with dinner, rainmakers, team leaders, people who are going to generate lots of business for you. Your medium priorities are people who you have are high referral potentials for your city. And then your low priorities are people who you have something in common with, people who you're going to do business with, on a case to case basis. Um, but you need to have those appointments set up now. And if you don't, what tends to happen is you get to family reunion and you're like, okay, I need to do networking. So you'll start paying for events and you'll start going into events and you're trying to build relationships on the spot. But if you go there and you have a purpose, it's like, okay, 2 weeks in advance, I'm already setting up my appointments. I know who I'm going to meet with. I know exactly what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. Your schedule is going to look like it has a purpose. Though you're going to have the people who you want to do relationship with, who are, man, this person is always putting referrals out there, and I need to go out there and meet with this person. Think about it this way: you have a for sale by owner that you've been trying to meet with for a very long time, so you can sell their home, and you have a one time in the year where you're gonna know that they're gonna be there, but you don't call them and say, hey, let's meet up. That's what happens when we go to family reunion and we don't set up one-on-one appointments. So start getting that under the book. Start setting up your appointments now before the event. Avoid going. I mean, this is going to be radical. Avoid going to the classes, because the classes they're going to take time away from your one-on-one appointments. But go networking, meet with a whole bunch of people, and then set up purposeful appointments for when you get out there. And how do you do that? If you're like, man, I don't have anybody on my schedule and I don't even know where to go to meet with people. Super simple. Go on Facebook today and say, hey, this is who I want to meet with. I want to meet with someone who has equal volume as me. So let's say your current volume, I don't know, whatever it is, $5 million in production a year, and who's heavily on buyers. You go on Facebook and you're saying, this is a person that I'm looking to meet with at family reunion. That if you have 5 million and above, and you're specifically in this city, because that's the city that I get a lot of referrals for. If you're in this city and you're going to family reunion and you're making $5 million in production, I need to meet with you. Shoot me a DM. You're probably going to get in your DM about 20 to 30 different people saying, let's meet up at family reunion. Then you set up that 15-minute appointment. You tell them, I'm going to be at this location. We'll meet up at this coffee shop at 9:30 on the Tuesday. There you go. That's your first appointment. And then now you have your first appointment. Then you say, okay, now what other city do I not have a referral partner in? Then you go ahead and you do the exact same thing. I'm looking for an agent in this city with this amount of production. Who do I know? And then your inbox is going to start getting full. Then if you really want to do it at a high level, you have your VAs do that for you. You tell your VA, hey, tell me the cities that we don't have referral partners in, and start putting it on Facebook so we can start putting our one-to-one appointments. That's my simple trick.
Thank you, Gus.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know if I overspoke.
That's
Oh,
good.
No, that's
you're-
That's how you
amazing.
got me.
This is a community roundtable, not it.
Yeah.
Not just if I wanted to talk the whole time, I would just do this in front of a mirror. I'd do this because I want to hear from the rest of you.
Good
Anybody
job.
else? Anybody else? Philip, Jesus?
Jesus already talked. Let's see. Allison and Katie, I have not talked. Do you guys have, or Philip? Hey, do you guys have any hints or any, especially you from Atlanta, Georgia?
I'm actually excited that it's in Atlanta. Know the areas, be planned, like everybody pretty much has said, of plan it out. I've only been once before, and that was the one over in Vegas. So this will be my second time, but just plan accordingly. And as everybody else said, plan everything before you go. And if you can't get into one class or do another, or just have everything ready to go for yourself. It's really what. And everything should be really close to each other, so it's all within a circle of each other, so it should be easy to commute to places. Hudson Grill, I actually really like Hudson Grill, where you're hosting a bunch of the events are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna.
How are people gonna look for you? Because you're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, I am I'm coming from Colorado, so I've only been out here for about a year. So, but still have dual license there, but I'm all ready for it and I'm super excited. And if you guys need food places, recommendations, I live over in Inman Park, right out a mile outside the city, so I know it well.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, my other son graduated from Georgia Tech, so we've been in that area a lot. And I tell people, I mean,
Nice.
really, it's gonna be really crowded getting to food places. There's a lot of food places in Midtown, but not a whole lot there for evening. So I think
Parking.
people need to be aware. Parking is
Parking
expensive.
is expensive and it's going to be an issue,
Yes.
probably, if you're not
Signia,
staying
if
in a
anybody's
hotel.
driving or anything like that, Signia is $60 a day.
Yeah.
$60.
Thank God.
On
I know.
offsite, it's usually $20 when you're not in a major event
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in that
Okay,
area.
thank you, Allison.
Thank you.
Let's see. Who
Philip?
else? Philip. Let me see. I'm going to pick on Philip because he's another one of our military advisors. Philip, do you have any hints for people coming into family reunion as like maybe not as experienced as some people?
Well, I think this year in particular, my goal is to do something that will stand out so people will approach me and ask me for my information rather than me trying to approach everyone else. So I ordered something, I'm just waiting. I'm hoping it gets there by the time I get back from Jamaica. But that's the plan. I have something that hopefully would be a conversation starter and have people actually come to me rather than me having to, just
Oh
go
my
around and
goodness, I'm excited. I know
an
he
awkward
doesn't want to
conversation.
tell us.
Well, I got to make sure it gets there first before I tell everybody. So, but yeah, like I said, just something different, just something that kind of stands out that
You're not buying
it's
a
not the
Pac-Man
normal.
suit, are you? No.
Nah, no costumes. I won't say no gimmicks, but no costumes, no dinosaur costumes walking around the venue or nothing like that. So.
And he's on vacation. Thank you, Phil, for being here. Your dedication
know.
Oh, yes,
I
thank
know.
you.
is
Most
awesome, man.
definitely.
Appreciate you.
And now I can't wait, right?
Yeah,
Stephen, I
now
can't
I'm
wait
like,
to see
yeah.
Philip. I know. I
Yeah.
hope he gets here because he's going to be at the Martin event on Friday night, which is the opening night. So I hope he gets here so we can see it.
Yeah. I'll probably wear it. Yeah, I'll wear it to the Martin event as well. So I'll just normally
So
I'm
it's
just gonna
some
wear around
clothes
the
or
convention
something.
center.
Come on, Philip, we're getting it out of here.
I'm gonna bring it. I'll bring it.
Katia, we haven't heard from you since the beginning. Do you have any
No, right.
questions, comments, or thoughts?
I'll mention three things that I heard in other groups, and maybe someone, I mean, there's so many things that one can do to network, to share their information. Some things that I'm part of KWYP as well. And one thing that group does a lot is having some kind of small giveaway. Sometimes it's a sticker, sometimes it's, I don't know, a lip balm with their information, something that it's different from just a business card. I don't know if it might be too late for getting something in a week, but it's something that some people I've seen them do. Another thing they comment, and I would like to know Allison's opinion, is that at night, avoid walking alone in even in the hotel area. So let me know if
Depending
that's
on
true.
depending on where you are, there are some
Okay.
areas that are better than others. Just be aware of your surroundings. As we say, anytime when you're traveling, even by yourself, just know your surroundings.
Patty,
Say your
if I may, I think,
Go
like I
ahead.
said, my
Yeah.
son graduated from Georgia Tech, which is, I mean, 15 minutes from there. Do not
Yeah.
walk Centennial Park at nighttime by yourself. Don't cross it. There is a lot of people
Yeah.
stay in hotel rooms that you have to cross that park. Do not do
Yeah.
it by yourself at nighttime. Take an Uber, even if it's a 5-minute drive.
If it's
The
a 5 minute.
hotels that are around the Mercedes-Benz and all of the places we're going to be, there's going to be so many of us that I would think that all of us are going to probably buddy up. That's going to be a safe area for you. But please do not go off somewhere that is
Yeah.
not in that little bubble without Ubering or without having someone like Gus or Ernie or Steven with you, because it really it becomes like a college party kind of vibe
Yeah.
in that park. And even when we went, and I was with, I mean, all of my family members, including my daughter, are black belts. My husband is a big guy. Spencer is a big guy.
Yeah.
Steven is a third-degree black belt. It was still uncomfortable. Even my daughter is a black belt. It was still uncomfortable walking Centennial Park if we happened to go out to dinner and had to walk back to the Georgia Tech campus. So just be aware of that.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good to
Another
know.
reason you don't go out drinking.
Correct.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the third thing is, besides the hand sanitizer, a lot of people are already kind of boosting their immune system with whatever you choose to. And I think that's also, well, it's something I do as well. And I've never gotten sick in any conference or big event so far, knock on wood. So just those three things that I think we didn't talk about before. So
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes. And
And we have Sarah also, Stephen.
oh yes, Sarah Gabriel. How are you?
Hi,
Have
I'm
we-
great. So this is really great to listen to everybody's perspectives. This will be my first family reunion.
Oh,
Um,
excellent.
yeah, I've been to Mega Camp before, and I have gone to some of the smaller KW conferences in the past. I go to Luxury Symposium every year, and then did a lot of the MAPS coaching spring and fall masterminds when that was still a thing. This will be a very different experience for me, but kind of what everybody else has said, the networking is the biggest part for me. One piece of advice that I have that maybe hasn't been mentioned yet is have a plan for how you plan on following up with everybody that you connect with. So something I did for Luxury Symposium in the past 2 years, I would create a postcard that had pictures from the event of like me with people that I connected with, or like at the last symposium, there was a pickleball tournament. I'll be playing in the one here at Family Reunion, just like lots of fun memories from that, and use that to send to each of the people that I connected with to remind them that like, hey, this is who you met, and we were at this conference together, and had a system for reaching out to everybody that way. So just make sure you have a plan with what you want to do with all those contacts you make.
Yes, absolutely.
And I can give kudos to Stephen, because Stephen, no matter what he collects, whether it's a little piece of swag or a business card, when he gets back, his whole purpose is to write someone and say, thank you so much. I have your pen on my desk, or thank you for this chip clip, whatever. He's really good at that. And I think a lot of people forget when people bring swag to you. I mean, as long, as well as memories. I mean, that cost him some money. So make sure that you're appreciative. And a lot of people don't do it. And I think he stands out. So I appreciate that from him.
Oh yeah, that's true. I keep stuff like just looking at my desk right now. Oh, my drink coaster is from Pacho Correa, the Philadelphia agent. My pens. Oh, Elizabeth Gassos, the Dallas agent. Julian Barrientos, a mortgage lender from Texas. Shirley Franz, she's a realtor. I actually forget where. I'll probably ask where. But yeah, see, this stuff matters. Like, it, I I remember Elizabeth every time I go to reach for a pen, or remember Jose Correa every time I set my water bottle down.
But see, I think that that comes from a really kind receiving heart. I think a lot of people forget that. So that's why I want to point that out. It really does matter when you reach out to thank someone. So I appreciate that about you, Stephen. So do we have any questions? I think this has been a really great mastermind, and I can't wait to see all of you. So I've
Yeah.
got in my mental block who I'm going to see and who I'm going to hug.
All right, real quick, guys, I got one. Can we go ahead and the people who are on this call maybe share the information, the contact information in an email setting so we can set up one-to-ones with the people on this call that are going?
Absolutely. If everyone can just drop their phone number and email in the chat, please. Well, I'd really appreciate that. So we can start reaching out to each other.
Lloyd, if you're driving, Stephen, you can give
No,
it to Stephen
I'm
later.
parked.
Oh,
I'm
good.
parked.
Okay.
Yes.
That always worries me when I see people in a car.
Yep, I'm actually meeting my lender right now for lunch. Today's her birthday, and so I got here early and just sat here.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice,
fun.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of lender, guys, use your lenders to be able to get you your marketing materials because you're going to be bringing them a lot of business. Maybe pay for all your marketing materials. Just saying.
Mercedes herself.
That's awesome, Gus. That's another great idea. He's full of ideas, Ernie.
Yeah.
He's business. He's
Yeah.
that's all I hear from him. That's why he gives those classes.
And
That's how he got me. He sent me that link. Hey, I see you're gonna be over here. Do you want me to go?
And everybody, if you guys found any value in this conversation, I can tell you that both Gus, Ernie, myself, Stephen, and Jeff, and Phil are going to be teaching in the Military Agent Resource Network. You do not have to be a veteran or a military spouse to join, just have the heart to want to serve military clients to the very best of your ability, which I mean, I think it's incumbent upon all of us to do that, whether you have served or not, because these are, the warriors who have helped us be where we're at. So we owe them that favor and that commitment to do the very best we can. I know that Jesus and Ernie and Stephen and I were also, and Angie are also going to be teaching in Hispanic leaders, but and the focus there is going to be a little bit different. And you're more than welcome to join both groups to start getting on the mastermind starting in March in particular. We've slowed down this month just because family reunion is a lot of work for us that are doing a lot of networking events. So I can't wait to see you, continue your growth with us. You're going to get a lot of nuggets from people who have been there, done that. Like I said, Jeff, Gus, Philip, Ernie, Jesus, all of us. So we can't wait to see you guys in Atlanta. And if there's anything else, please let us know. And if not, we'll see you in what, a week? A week and a day?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
Everybody have
you.
a great
Thank you everyone for your
Valentine's
time. This
Day.
was
Be
a
safe.
wonderful session.